Hey everybody, it's your boy, Edwardo Jackson, here with the DraftStream call sheet review going into the weekend. Let's check out our early action. I just don't know how he keeps doing it. Jaybird off to the early preliminary lead, very preliminary. A lot of scores yet to come into play. Followed closely by ring balls in a tie with an identical call sheet with Gamble 24x7. And in case that one fails, G24's second call sheet is just 2 points behind to back him up. With J Dev, this week's J Devlin call sheet name, not terribly far behind in fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. Where am I on this, damn it? Well, like I said, preliminary. Just getting started, folks. My second call sheet looks like it's hanging in there, and my original one is hovering around 1,000. Another Jaybird call sheet here, and give it up to yourselves. Big ups. 22 call sheets in our first week with a 3 max format, hence the late arrival of this recap video. A lot of stuff I have to manually do, and it took a minute, but here we are. Let's take a look at the other end of the spectrum. Let's go low. Well, this one, I won't say I've got it locked up. I've got a slim point and change lead for the low ball over Jaybird with Gamble 24x7. About 27 points behind us in the race for the low. So let's take a look at some of these call sheets real quick. My first call sheet here, I guess what you consider my A1 call sheet. I'm betting big on Spelling the Dream. Maybe I'm too close to the subject material. Maybe I'm just too biased, having been a 6th grade spelling bee champion myself. No, but it's a really great film. I don't understand how it only has a 6.5 on it was IMDb. I think it had 6.5. I mean, it's kind of nuts. I mean, this show is great. Or this movie was great. I mean, the kids are hella engaging. You learn, some cultural facts about how Indian Americans really take this stuff seriously, and how they just dominate this. And also, for me, which is interesting, were seeing like the new age tools they have at their disposal to study. I mean, one guy had like our boy Sharav, who people considered like the Michael Jordan of spelling. He had like a database of 425,000 words as just mostly like root words and causes. It's wild. I mean, I had flashcards, y'all. In '87, I had flashcards, and yeah, I would have been crushed by these kids. Anyways, I have hope. I have faith that Spelling the Dream, with only 106 ratings right now, will pick up some momentum over the weekend as people check it out. Fingers crossed. And Trackers is interesting. Hammer, I think, got some love too. Actually, let's take a look at the perfect call sheet. The perfect call sheet has a 4 stack of Judy and Punch in the middle, followed by headliner stacks of Yourself and Yours, Spelling the Dream, and Hammer. So see, even the perfect call sheet agrees with me. There should be more Spelling the Dream in your lives. Right now, the top point getter is Yourself and Yours. Okay. A little expensive. You have to reach up to get some of Yourself and Yours. Spelling the Dream is dead affordable. I mean, actually, if you had... Well, for now, technically you can do a full stack of an entire call sheet with one title. I'm actually going to change that next week. And thanks for bringing that to my attention, Gamble 24x7. Next week, I'm going to institute a rule where you need to have at least one actor from 2 separate titles, in addition to having a headliner, a co-star, and a day player. Anyways, If you stacked up all of Spelling the Dream, you would actually... Okay, actually, well, actually, you probably would be okay. You probably would... It might actually put you close to the lead. Anyways, I expect Spelling the Dream to have more movement over the weekend. Oh yeah, so Jaybird, our leader. The Canadian occupation continues. His first call sheet, and there it is. He has a 4-pack of Spelling the Dream as its heartbeat, headliner stack of Hammer, headliner stack of Trackers, and a headliner stack of Yourself and Yours. So he went with a more traditional 8-1-1 headliner co-star day player construction, which at the moment mirrors the same of the perfect call sheet. Actually, what was mine? Mine was... Yeah, I'm a little all over the place. I went 4... 1, 2, 3, 4... I went 4-5-1 headliner co-star day player. I don't know. We'll see if it pans out. I was kind of pressed for cash. I wanted exposure to 2040, which I still think has potential to be the highest scoring title on the slate. It's missing a couple scores, I believe. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. That's not good. Let's see what's going on right there. That's not good at all. Now, mind you, I've had a lot on my mind this week. It's been a tough week for the country, for the world. I did these call sheets late last night. I know it sounds like an excuse, and it probably is. But, okay, so only 12 user ratings. This really could change significantly. I won't rig the deck. I haven't seen it. But, I mean, if you get some more user ratings in here, this 50%, I mean, it could definitely... It can definitely go up or down. I don't know. All right. Oh, hopefully up. We need this to go up. Okay. So, yeah. So Jaybird's call sheet. Oh, and when you're scrolling to see all these call sheets, because as you see, we have 22 of them. And thank you again. More work for me, but more data. And you know I love me some data. Best practices. Click the hamburger menu right here and just scroll through to find what you are looking for. All right, so Jaybird's call sheet again. So I'm sorry, that was his first one. Let's take a look at the Ring Balls Gamble 24x7 tied for second call sheet. And they have... Okay, so this is also an 8-1-1. Headliner stack of Can You Hear Me? Headliner stack of Hammer. I'm intrigued by Hammer. I think it's got some movement potential. Even though it's on Up TV, I believe it's got 2 ratings. Yes! So it's got an IMDb user rating and a Rotten Tomatoes critic score. So, you know, there's some potential that we can get some more ratings in for this. And instead of being a defaulter, it could be a completer. Okay, and then headliner stack of Spelling the Dream, headliner stack of Trackers, and headliner stack of Yourself and Yours. We've got Noah's Ark, everyone. We've got a Noah's Ark call sheet, 2x2x2x2x2. And so he and Ring Balls both share the exact same call sheet. And when it comes to tiebreakers, yes, tiebreakers coming into play now. He only has 1 for 100%, and Ring Balls has both, 93%, 7.8%. So yeah, so finally we're going to get a chance to evaluate the tiebreakers. It goes off of differential. So right now, on the perfect call sheet... 100% is correct. So right now, being bang on, the edge would go to Gamble 24x7. But if somehow they had both had the same, then we the same number here or the same differential, we would then go down to the next tiebreaker, which would be the highest IMDb user score. Now, by differential, I mean, let's say if so 93 is nice. So let's say the actual. Well, you know, I can't do a good example from here, but in this case, right now, if there's a tie right now, Gamble 24x7 is breaking it by being bang on that. But if it goes down to, say, 93, then it would be Gamble 24x7s. Or even, let's say it goes down to 95, then Gamble 24, sorry, then Ring Balls would be the winner, would break the tie. Seeing how his 93 is 2 away from 95, whereas 100 is 5 away from 95. All right, so we'll keep our eyes on this for our first test of the tie-breaking system. Some other interesting call sheets to take a look at. Let's go by. Well, actually, let's take a look at the low ball call sheet. Here's the low ball. Here's the perfect low ball call sheet. A lot of Becky, a lot of Country at Heart, and one Esther Pavitsky. Still stuck. These two titles are still stuck on their default scores, and Becky is just underperforming. Me as the low ball leader, I believe that was my third call sheet. Yep, here it is. I actually had a lot of Country at Heart, which is in default. I had a day player stack of Becky, I guess, and then a day player stack of Esther Pavitsky, Hot for My Name. So these are probably going to change somewhat over the weekend. I'm curious to see how Comedy Central performs. This is the first time we've had Comedy Central in competition. So I wonder if it will get covered either critically or via audiences. So I guess we'll find out. Jaybird, who's tanking right along my back. Here we go. He is just like a point or so off, and basically he's got more Esther Pavitsky. So he needs Lil Esther, as she's called in the industry, to basically underperform, to perform worse than her default score, to snatch this away from me. So tank. He needs her to tank in order to secure the low ball bonus for me. And how sick would that be? And how annoying would that be if Jaybird wins both high and low? That would just be too much, damn it. So I'll do my best to body block us from Jaybird losing his way to scooping the $10 low ball bonus so I can roll into next week's prize pool. J Dev, who has been creeping up the charts week by week. Let's take a look at his call sheet. Here we go. J Dev's call sheet. So solid. He's got a 3-pack of Hammer, which I like. I think there will be some upward movement throughout the weekend for Hammer. Country at Heart, a lot left to be discovered. It looks like it was a pure punt. He was running out of room. So it looks like this is a punt title that gets him his day player. We'll see what happens. It's Hallmark. We're usually lucky if we get anything outside of an IMDb score, so watch the space. Deer. Also, this debuts tonight, 12 a.m. I think, tomorrow, technically, Friday. So, documentaries, the Apple TV Plus brand. I like it. It's a gamble. There's no information out on it at all. It's a default score right now, but the combination of documentaries plus Apple TV Plus, I mean, that their brand is strong. I'm not sure if you guys have been checking out the. I don't know if you guys have been checking out the master score list. It's worth a gander, and you can copy it and sort it however you wish. Check out this bad boy. You can sort it by platform, by genre type. Those are kind of helpful. And also scroll over to see some aggregate scores throughout. And actually, I think I'll update this throughout the weekend too. I think I'll add our new scores here too by the time you guys watch this. Our scores in progress. Anyways, JDev off to a good start. Let's check out the Draft Mom. Let's see. And actually, where's she at right now? Brown Baby, the draft mom. Ugh. Well, it's early. She's in the lower half of the pack. Chilling there with our boy Brent, aka the God of Cheese, who has 3 titles, 3 call sheets in competition. He's got Cheese God, the God of Cheese, and El Dios del Queso. El Dios del Queso. I like it. This one it looks like it's a lowball call sheet, whereas this one right now is just slow out the gates. But Brown Baby, sub 1,000 on her call sheet. She made so much progress last week. Will the flood of call sheets this week dampen her spirit? I hope not. What you got going on, Mom? So right here, so basically And We Go Green is solid, if not a bit pricey. Can you hear me? What was the story here? Oh, okay, so this is the dramedy. I think it might be foreign, which, as we know, is kind of hit or miss with Netflix. But that also, this actually has already debuted? Is that right? That it debuted today? Okay, so this is a Thursday title. So hopefully it'll pick up some steam over the weekend to give Mom a bump. Country at Heart. Hallmark, man. I know she was probably running out of budget. But this, I don't know. I hope it gets more than just an IMDb score, or its IMDb score is substantial to bump it at least into the 80s. Because this could hold her back. The Deer, ... we covered. I Like Hammer, Esther Pavitsky. It's a wild card. She's taking this is a pretty big gamble. This might not be your week, Mom, only because there's too much undecided. Like, Deer might still come through because Apple TV Plus. Esther Pavitsky, it's Comedy Central, I don't know. Hammer, I do like, although Up TV might limit its reviews and ratings. But I think you're getting good value here with Hammer. Country at Heart, though, I know you're punting, but man, this might hold you back. You're punting 2 spots. If you're punting, you probably want to leave it close to 1 if you can. And you better hope that And We Go Green really on Hulu, and actually Hulu does stand for quality so far. Got a lot of good Hulu scores thus far. And We Go Green. So it's got a good Rotten Tomatoes critic score, decent IMDb score, but we're waiting. I think you really want to get a solid RT audience score. So I don't know. I guess fingers crossed. We'll all find out together. And Hebrew Hammer, our benefactor. Thanks again for rolling your winnings into this week's prize pool, Hebrew Hammer. I appreciate it. A reminder, $50 going to first, $25 going to second, $10 for the lowball bonus. And if I win the $10 lowball bonus, I'm rolling into the prize pool for next week. So Hammer time. Hammer time 2. Can you hear me? All right, so he's gone heavy on the Netflix title. I think it wasn't listed on Metacritic, but I think this might be foreign. So foreign dramedy, that probably might have changed your strategy some. I do like Deer. Hammer is good value. We're just gonna have to hope that some of these scores come in for this foreign Netflix dramedy. And then one other call sheet we generally don't take a look at too often is the Roan. Let's take a look at the Roan. Actually, see what your highest performing one is. Henry G. Okay, the Roan 2. About 120 points off the pace so far. Once again, it's early. Oop, the Roan 2. Actually, go to 2. Here we go, 970. Yeah. So punted Country at Heart. Holding out for Deer, ... Sampled Esther Pavitsky. I May Destroy You, I like. Only because HBO, once again, tends to stand for quality. Michaela Cole, really strong work. She's in really good projects. She was in this one called, I think, Black Earth Rising, about kind of the crisis of decolonializing Africa. Really good stuff. And of course, Chewing Gum, where she made her name, is excellent. Judean Punch, I like it. And decent value too, 8,400, and you're getting 85 points. I like it. Shirley's decent, but expensive. And then The Last Days of American Crime. It's a default score now. Comes out late tonight. I don't know. It's interesting. Actually, take a real quick look at this. Cast is okay. Michael Pitt, Charlton Copley, Edgar Ramirez. Kind of sci-fi, but this runtime, 2.5 hours. Seriously? I don't know. I might check it out. I'm intrigued. It's like a near future, a vision of the near future. I might check it out, but 2.5 hours is a commitment going in with low buzz. All right, so can't get to all the call sheets, obviously. We'll see if I can get to a few more with our Saturday update. Yeah, thanks for the enthusiasm, everybody. Thanks for submitting multiple call sheets. It took a while. You'll probably definitely be getting this after midnight East Coast time. But this will give me a lot more data. I like seeing the strategists. I like seeing who's going high and who's going low. And hopefully it's more fun. I appreciate the time you guys spend on this. And the feedback in the game. You guys are great. It's making the game sharper. We'll definitely have some adjustments to the game next week. But thanks for your contribution, for playing, for winning, even you too, Jaybird. And I will talk to you all on Saturday.